lesson or nice topic. So we have here the reading classroom, the reading teacher. But before that, we're going to have first the objectives of this article. Okay, so the first one, knowledge of key actions to develop your students as voluntary readers. Next, skills in continuous and comprehensive evaluation for reading. Third one, understanding of your role as a model reader for students. Okay, by the way, before we're going to have this one, okay, so let's answer first the three questions. Okay, so what is your main objective in teaching your reading? Okay, so for example, in your classroom, what is your main objective?
Reading comprehension.
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 Yes, that we read. How about sir?
Vocabulary building.
Okay. So how do you do it, sir? In building the vocabulary skills of our students.
In our project DEAR, we drop everything and read. I let them bring their own books.
Okay.
And then while reading, whenever they encounter an abstruse word or an unfamiliar word, I let them look at the dictionary, whether a physical dictionary or a dictionary from their phones.
Then, that's a good strategy. Okay. So how about ma'am?
For reading comprehension, of course, I ask my students to answer the process questions after we discuss asserting literalities.
Okay, so here, of course, the strategies, I think that's a very good in terms of enhancing or in motivating our students to read. The first one you have here, motivating your students to read. Okay, key actions you can take that will help motivate your students to read. First one, you have show the students that you are a reader yourself. Talk about what you like to read and share suitable examples with them. Okay? Create a reading environment in your classroom with a library or book corner. Then, make time to read aloud in class just for pleasure, not just for teaching language skills and tests. Okay? So, this is the objective that Dr. Rasul mentioned to us. Okay, so we're going to let our students enjoy reading. Okay, we're not going to bombard them with skills. Okay, so by the way, for that skills, then basically it will follow. Next one, you have talk to your students about what they like to read and what they don't like to read. Okay, the last one, you have make time for one independent reading in your classroom. Next. Okay, so this is the activity. You can perform this one in your classroom. Okay, talk to your students about starting a class library. Okay, before the lesson, make a list of books or other reading materials that you could collect in order to start a class library. During the lesson, tell your students you want to make a library corner in their classroom. Write the following questions on the board. Okay, so these are the questions. You're going to answer these questions to your students. You're going to write that on the board. Okay, what are the books you have read? Which ones did you like and why? What kinds of books would you like to read? Are there other things you would like to read? Okay. And then after the lesson, consolidate their ideas. Look again at your own list. Do their ideas match yours? What did you find out? Okay, so that's a good strategy in building that library inside your classroom. So this is particularly this article was taken from the elementary setting. Okay, so have you noticed that in every elementary classroom they have this library corner? Yeah. Okay, so this is the main reason. Then, sample class library. So this is the case study one by Mrs. Ashanta's class library. This one. Okay, while selecting and making the books, the most important thing was to ensure they would be appealing to my students. I included picture books, easy to read books, designed to be read by emergent readers of their own, fables, and folk tales, information books, novels, biographies, jokes, and riddle books, poetry books, comics, books on sports, and books on making things. I also borrowed children's magazines from the school library. Okay, next step, you have what can reading do? Okay, reading has a crucial role to play in creating independent learners and increasing the educational attainment of individuals. The basis of a student's success at all levels of education, primary, secondary, tertiary, developing good reading habits is vital to a child's future, not just academically. Okay, but in everyday life as well. Next, okay. These are the important reasons for developing reading habits in students. The first one, reading develops vocabulary. That's the Sir Mark's answer. Reading increases the attention span of children. Then, developing reading habits early leads to a lifelong love of books. Reading encourages a thirst for knowledge. If you have set their, the mindset of the students, if you motivated the children or the child to read, then that would be a lifelong learning. Do you agree? Next. Okay, so of course we have this is particularly our role. Okay. As a teacher, we play a critical role in influencing our students' attitude towards voluntary reading, especially if they come from families with no education or if their parents do not understand the importance of reading. Okay, so this is just a sort of experiential. Okay, so how could you teach them or motivate them to read if you yourself
don't take read.
diba?
You don't
Okay, yes.
have the passion.
Okay, so it's very, you can amend these opposing items or ideas. Next. Okay, a teacher speaks from experience. Now, this is the scenario 2. Pastor is my student studying in class B or 5. He is a very good football player and an ardent fan of David Beckham. But he has a limited reading skills. During the reading period, he would do everything but read. I thought about this, what could I provide that he would want to read? How could I encourage him to find reading pleasure? I got some football magazines and the sports sections of the newspapers. Of course, you're going to go to the level of the students. You're going to get the heart or
And the interest.
the interest of the students. Okay, so since her student actually loves or some say inclined with sports, of course, you're going to provide him or her this sports magazines. Okay, so that's it. Okay, and then the fourth one, reading aloud with expression. This is it. Students imitate their teacher. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. What teachers do and say, they will do and say. When teacher reads aloud to students for pleasure rather than as a language drill, can inspire them to become expressive readers themselves. This can help your students improve their pronunciation of English. Okay, so do you do this one in your class?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so of course you're going to, since, you know what, in their case, then they will just read that without
emotion.
Yeah, emotions. But then, if the teacher does the reading, then of course you're going to exert effort in order to get this or to arouse your students.
Okay, but they were using mga audio recordings downloaded from the YouTube. Then we asked our students to listen this audio video recording.
But then, it's very common that, you know what, our students,
Sometimes they would like to hear the teacher.
The teacher reading the text. Mom, why don't you try?
Yeah, why don't you read
I let her to read
So we
that
can
one.
we can get the proper emotion of the tone.
Okay, next one. Okay, so by the way, these are tips. Okay, so you may try this one in your classroom. Okay, choose a short story or a poem that you think your students will enjoy. Of course, this will be primary or the basic among the list or in the list. Okay? Read the story or the poem aloud. That's it. Okay, so that in that way, you could enhance by giving that justice in terms of emotions. And then, let the student imitate the way you read with expression and enthusiasm. Next one, sit with the other students and show them how to be a good listener. Join in if there are oral parts to the reading. Okay? So that's it. Okay, so you have here, case study 2. Nandini develops enjoyable reading routines. Okay, so you have there, I read to them aloud. I talk to parents. I have a daily reading routine. I monitor students' reading habits. I try to be a role model. I encourage a system of reading buddies. I talk to my students about books. Okay. Next one. Okay, look around your classroom. And then you have here, the last one you have monitoring students' progress. Okay, so you have set the mood of the students. You employ or you've gotten these books for them to read. And then the last part, you have to, of course, monitor your students' progress. Okay, so we have here this sample monitoring, what do you call this one?
Record.
Yeah. Okay, continuous and comprehensive evaluation. Okay, observe the behavior of at least 5-year students while they are listening to stories, browsing books. Okay, then you have name of the student, class, statement, they, always, sometimes, never. Okay, just like in Chinese. Okay, so by the way, for us, since we are handling this 60 students, okay, so
How can we do it?
How would you do it, or what do you think would be the best practice to conduct this one? Is it okay if we're going to have this by group?
By group. 10 members.
By
a group.
members. Okay, so now. Okay, so you have here the statement. Okay, so always, sometimes, never. You have listen attentively while being ready to respond. Okay, ask. Okay, that's right. Okay, how can this kind of information help you tailor the kind of support you can give to individual students? What do you think would be the effect if we're going to use this one?
You can see whether the students is
Actually improving.
improving.
So and then
Tracking their...
yeah. Okay, so if you notice that this student is, of course, if you have this, never check. Of course, you're going to think of another strategies. You're going to employ it. Again, you're going to go to the basics. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so why don't we have a video here? We don't have
Enough.
enough time. This one.
How many...
This. Yes. Okay. Questions?
None.
Thank you for listening.